You're perfect the way you are. It's probably one of the biggest lies that has ever been told to you. Ever. It's unfortunate, brother. But think about what it is that sentence means. You are perfect the way you are. It's just a very, very nice way of saying, be complacent. Oh, you look fine. You don't need to change anything about yourself. They should just love you the way you are. They should just love you the way you are. Don't worry. And I think to some degree, this is true because you always see it on the internet. You always see it on the internet, right? If you're anything like me, you're confused at this point. You're thinking, okay, they say I'm not perfect the way I am, and then some say I'm perfect the way I am. Like, is there a balance between that? Is one right over the other? Like, what's going on here, right? It always confused me too. So I sat down one day and just thought, okay, I need to figure this out because my mind does not let me wander. It needs to figure things out. It does not, Anyway, I digress. So I think when it comes to your personality, and not talking in terms of the psychological personality, because I know I have the tendency to talk about that. That is something you can actually improve. I mean your personality, like the things you talk about, the things you like your interests, for example, right? The way you talk, the way you laugh, things like that make up who you are, that if you were to put up a face, that it would drain you heavily. Those are the things you need to be real and embrace and kind of be the way you are, right? So I think that's what they mean. But this phrase heavily gets mistaken for the fact that you are perfect the way you are. It almost seems as if it encapsulates your entire being, which is not the case. It only encapsulates a small portion of your being, which should be, which should remain authentic, which is your personality, the way you display yourself to the world. But it should not be a big portion of this, like your mental health, like your physicality, because there are things within this world that are objective realities, right? Things such as having, having better mental health, right? Things like that. So if someone with bad mental health heard you are perfect the way you are, you're deluding them, I think, because they have so much potential to be much better, but you've basically told them be complacent, right? Same thing with someone's physicality, right? If someone can get an athletic body and you've just made them feel better about themselves by telling them you're perfect the way you are, you've just cut off the potential confidence, the potential mental health boost, and the potential health benefits that they could get from actually achieving the body that they want. So, but you're willing to be nice to them just in the moment, just so they can feel better about themselves, but you're not willing to be honest about it. And being honest about it sucks, right? You're looked down upon for it in the modern day. And I think you should be honest in a manner that is very constructive criticism, like I talked about in my haters episode. I'm not sure if any of you watched that, but right, it's basically, if someone values what it is that you have to say, right, then you can constructively criticize them, because otherwise it just always comes off as an insult. But hopefully sometimes the case is that you're dear friends with someone, so you're just heavily honest about it. You're like, maybe they're not getting a result that they want, maybe they're not getting attraction from women or men, doesn't matter who it is, right? And then in that case, you can be honest, you can constructively criticize them. And if you think they're gonna hate you a little bit to make, and it has a possibility of making their life a little bit better, right? I think it's all the more worth it. It's fine. You can hate me, but I've given you the honest opinion that no one will, in order to allow you to possibly grow and be able to achieve the results that you want. Be able to talk to the kind of men or woman you want. Be more confident. Be more healthy, right? But you are perfect the way you are does not do that. It only brings pleasures in the mere moment, thinking about, oh yeah, I am very great actually. I'm this, I'm that, and you're just trying to hide away from the reality that you should probably get up and get your shit together. You should probably get up and, you aren't perfect the way you are. And I almost want to instill this mindset into you that you should almost be happy to think about it like that. Because if you aren't getting the results you want, right? And if someone finally comes up to you and tells you, bro, this is the issue. This is why you're not getting your results. It's like, wow, it's like a breath of fresh air. Think about it, right? Now you have somewhere you can actually improve. People aren't stuck telling you you're perfect, you're perfect, you're perfect. You get sick of that shit because you see that in the real world, you don't get the same results even though they're telling you you're perfect. If you're perfect, why aren't you getting the results you want? It's because you're not. It's because you can improve somewhere. Be open to criticism, brothers. Be open to it. Because once you become open to that, you almost grab onto everything, every piece of input you can get and see how you can better yourself with it. It is not about you being right. It is not about you looking a certain way or, appearing like you're this person. It's just you about being humble, grabbing all the inputs you can, and then working on yourself like crazy. Just going hard. Oh, okay, this is the issue? All right, let me try implementing that. Okay, so I might need to tweak this a little bit. Maybe I do need to start on that business I was thinking about doing. Maybe I do need to start that YouTube channel that I've been wanting to start. Maybe I do need to do these things that would improve my life and actually get me the results I want, because everybody's busy lying to my face, telling me I'm perfect the way I am, I'm fine the way I am, and I'm not getting the results I want. And then you slowly start to resent these people because you feel as if they're keeping something from you, and they might actually be. They might just be, or maybe some are just trying to be nice, But I think there's huge value in being honest, and if you are the recipient of that constructive criticism, be very, very open to it. Think about it. Let it sit there. Because it just might be the case that you're not perfect the way you are. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.